I'm Dana K. White. I am the author of Decluttering at the Speed of Life. I am the creator of the No Mess Decluttering Process. And today I am doing a virtual 1 hour better coaching session with one of my lovely Patreon people. So this is a great example of the power of working in a visible space. So my first reaction was, oh, this isn't that bad. But as she said, but I know I'm over my clutter threshold because I can't get this under control in a 5-minute pickup. And I'm like, exactly. She knew the methods, y'all. She knows the methods really well. So she understood that she wanted to be able to get this space on a regular basis back under control. And so that's what we did. We just worked in this space. We spent time on the procrastinator. And because we did that, then we were able to get deeper and get rid of more things so that it's easier for her to maintain in the future. So I think you're going to love this session. Here you go. Here's a 1 hour better. Okay, what space are we working on today?
Okay, so this is my visible space. This is the living area room. I feel pretty vulnerable showing it but it's got some things that even with a 5-minute pickup, there's like little corners and little boxes here and there, and there's just stuff going on.
Let's get going then. We can do this. Okay. Do you have your trash bag and your donatable donate box?
I do.
Okay, I'm going to set my timer.
Okay, great.
There we go. Let's get started throwing away trash and then we'll talk as you work.
Okay, wonderful. And I'm sure, there seems to always be trash. So just, on the floor even from the children.
Yes, there's always trash. So you were just telling me that this is your most visible space.
Yes.
And that you find that it's not possible to get it under control in 5 minutes. You're not under your clutter threshold. Right.
No, it is not.
Right.
Like, for example, don't know how long these pistachio shells have been on the coffee table, but there's a good little pile of that.
So that'll be one of our spaces that we'll work on today. Will be the coffee table. That'll be
the coffee table, and it's out of frame, but I will put it in frame later. Our sort of like very cluttered entertainment center area over here.
Yeah.
So, okay. Also trash, dead flowers on the mantle.
Hey.
So, gonna go ahead and take those down.
That's why trash is the easiest of the easy stuff, right?
I am gonna go ahead. I threw away the dead flowers. I'm gonna take this to the kitchen right now, really quick, because it's the yucky water from the dead flowers.
Go for it.
We've been making a concerted effort to work on dishes. So when I just took that yucky vase to the kitchen, I had a empty dishwasher to put it in, which is really cool.
That's awesome.
Because that's usually not the case.
Right. That's part of how the dishes affect the whole house. They make everything easier.
Okay, so I'm actually gonna grab, this is like a bin of Easter stuff, and I'm quite honestly tired of finding like paper Easter grass all over. So I'm just gonna probably throw most of this away.
Let's look for something else easy. There's laundry.
There's laundry.
Folded. So that's procrastinator. That is easy. So go ahead and get that done. Because whatever we do today won't have the impact if there's,
piles of clean laundry. Okay.
Do you see a visual difference when you walk back in this room?
I already do, because
it's been less than 10 minutes.
Yeah. That honestly, every time I've walked in here since Easter, I've been like, man, I got to put that Easter stuff up. So
just
having that out of here is
all
awesome.
of that plus all the laundry took you less than 10 minutes. So just a perspective.
There's some more laundry right here on the other side of the couch that didn't get folded. So
let's do it. I know it's frustrating. Like, I know it's so frustrating, but at the same time, it's, I'm going to time you. Let's see, we're at 49:37 right now as you're getting started. So,
I was thinking about this. Because we work from home, when we're not working, we like to be out of the house. Not an excuse, but.
No, I get what you're saying.
I always anticipate, I'm going to have time to catch up on things, like on the weekend when it's not so hectic. But then on the weekend,
you don't feel like doing it.
I don't feel like doing it, and we'd much rather be out We live near the Smoky Mountains in Tennessee, and we'd much rather be out
Yeah.
hiking and exploring and playing
Yeah.
and seeing people. So
Yeah. No, I think that that is a good thing for you to understand. And as you understand that, be thinking of, okay, the purpose of the home, like when you're out doing stuff, you're not using this stuff that's here, right? And so the less stuff that you have here, the less that it will require time of you to deal with.
that is
Okay.
a really
So it's like I'm gonna have less stuff in my house because we want to be spending our time doing other things, and then we don't have to manage this stuff, and that frees up time. But it also is like, well, we don't need the stuff for inside anyway,
true.
because that's not where our time and our focus is.
I hadn't thought of it that way, but I totally agree with that. So
Just a mindset shift as you go forward and make decisions.
yeah, I've thought about clutter threshold and containers, and the less we have in our home, the less we have to manage. But I hadn't put it to kind of our lifestyle and our time, like how we spend our
Well, and
time
I think
throughout the
keep folding, but
Sorry.
it's okay. It's okay. I know. But I think what I'm like, what you're saying, it's making me think about the whole define the room concept. And the purpose of this room is sitting down and relaxing.
Right.
Like that is the purpose. It is not to store anything. It is not to hold anything. It is not to be a temporary way station. It is literally, that's the goal. And it's such a like minute shift, but it really can change how you think about what actually deserves to stay here or not.
I think I'm done folding.
Oh, look at that. I believe we started, I don't remember what I said, but it's 45:30 now is how much time we have left. So I know it's less than 5 minutes
Okay.
that it took you to do that.
Great.
So just a mindset shift on that. Is that laundry in the basket on the fireplace?
Oh, Dana. Those are socks, and that needs to be addressed.
Okay.
So that is
Can I ask you
5
something?
people's worth of socks. Not all the socks fit all the feet in this house. So that is another procrastinator project I've been putting off, because I think I'm gonna put on a TV show, sit down, match up all the socks, and then declutter the socks.
Yeah.
But it just keeps, there's just lots of socks.
Is that where people go to look for socks?
Yes, it is where people go to look for socks.
Okay, go ahead and take this stuff there, and then we're gonna talk about that when you get back.
This is fresh to add to the sock pile. We also have baby doll laundry, because of course.
Okay. So you feel like at this point you've cleared out the easy, obvious stuff that doesn't require decisions, right?
I mean, yes.
Okay.
I can
Let's
find
talk
more.
and we will find more. We'll for sure find more. Let's
Okay.
talk about the socks.
Oh, I found more Easter stuff.
Oh, go take it where it goes right now.
Oh, but it's like half Easter, half Play-Doh somehow. And some of these pieces are broken. So I'm gonna take the broken ones out, and then goodness.
I know.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go consolidate. I'm gonna dump this in the Easter stuff, since it's right up there where I put it on the shelf. 10 minutes. Okay.
Perfect. Okay, so let's talk about the fact that your family looks inside that bin anyway for socks. That is valid. Like literally more than one person, I would say 2 women in my life who had lots of kids and busy lives said the way that they managed their home was to not worry about sorting socks. Like this is reality. So they look for it in there. You don't want that to live in the living room. So if the living room was clear, where would they look for the sock bin?
So we have to talk about the fact that this living room is also, because my kids are still little and they get up early to get on the bus, we do sort of use this room to get dressed in the morning. Like we will bring.
So where would they look for their socks? Like, where do they look for their clothes? Because we don't want it to live here.
Right.
So yes, this absolutely can function as the place where they get dressed and, they're young and all that, but where would they look when the living room is cleaned up, where would they look first for their clothes?
We don't have a mudroom, but we do have a really nifty thing that like pulls out with their shoe. It would be with the shoes. Like it would
Okay.
be probably next to the shoes,
Okay.
which
So
is
let's put it there if that's where they would look for it if the living room was clear. But before we do that, I want you to just take a few minutes. We're not going to be perfect. Go through and donate any single socks. Don't worry about matching.
yeah.
That are too small for anybody in the house.
Okay, that
Just
I can
real fast.
Yeah.
And don't worry about getting them all. Just stick them straight, throw them straight in the
that.
donate box. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let me grab my donate box. Because yeah, it's frustrating when kids are trying to get their socks on and then it's like that sock is not gonna, that's too small. So, okay, cool.
Okay. It feels like it's getting harder. So at this point, go ahead and take it to that place that you decided is where you'll look for it first.
Okay.
Or where you would look for it first if this space is clear.
Okay.
Okay. Wow, it's making a big difference every time you walk in.
Yes, it is. That's nice.
Yay. Okay, let's look for some obvious donations. Anything that just taking a moment to look at it helps you realize it's a donation.
Yes, we had like a little book come home with one of the kids, but for some reason we have 3 of them. Don't need 3.
Okay,
so
perfect.
I'll keep 1 and donate the other 2.
Okay.
There are, here are craft supplies, some more Easter crafts. Just toss that in there. It's in the bag, it's clean. Can an obvious donation be one that I'm tired of reading?
Yes, of course.
Oh, okay, so again, this is like a book that came home from school, I guess, that they got a bunch of, and both kids got one. We don't need more than 1.
Yes,
so
perfect.
Yay. And then the rest of these do have a home on the kids' bookshelf in the books room.
Yeah, go ahead and go take them there since actually they're easy. Sometimes those things aren't obvious in the beginning and then you realize. Okay, can we get the rest of the stuff on the fireplace? And then I think it's getting pretty close, right, to being
It is
cleared. So let's do it.
Okay, here we have another thing to tackle. I'm pretty sure this whole pile, well, not this is trash, is like artwork that just came home from school at the end of the school year.
Okay. So where would you look first for your kids' artwork?
I would honestly want them to make decisions on it. And in the meantime, well, in either way, I'd want it in their room.
Is there a place in their room where you would look for it?
Yes, but I'm worried it's like a temporary, it'd be on top of their dresser, which is cleared off right now. It's like quite, I mean, there's like, oh no, it wasn't on that side.
Look,
Art
the teacher
portfolios.
contained it. Yeah.
The joy of art portfolios.
Okay. Here's what I would say. Where you would look for it first in their room, going and taking it there now for them to then go through when they get home, but it's already there, so it's not out and about. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. And so, by the way, that's a super cute little frog.
It's a frog. It doesn't here. I'm going to cover his name, but there you go, everybody.
That's so cute. I love it. I love it.
Found another sock. I swear the sock wasn't here. But the last 2 items that are not gonna stay here are like a math workbook for the summer, and these go with those little art kits that I already put in the art closet.
Okay, so go take those. Do you have a place where you'll look for the math workbook?
Yeah, it's also in the same, it's like educational stuff and craft stuff.
Okay.
stuff to do at the table, I guess.
Okay, yeah, go
It's
put
in
it
that
there now.
closet, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna put it in there.
it looks so nice in here.
I know.
Can you tell a big difference?
I can. What's striking me is that there's layers to like I thought there was a stack of books, but they were so sort of precariously stacked that when I straightened them up, there were actually some other items like underneath there that I didn't
Yeah,
even know were there. So
exactly. Yeah,
yeah,
that's why the process like peels back those layers basically.
right.
Okay, so what do you have in your hands?
I have a pickleball and I have a little sparkly alien sensory toy.
So where would you look first for your pickleballs?
With my like with my pickleball racket and like little bag.
Okay, so and where would you look first for a sparkly doolally?
In this toy bin right here.
Okay, so take those two things where you would look for them first. We have a little bit less than 10 minutes left. Do you feel like this area is done and we can turn onto your TV stand and see what we can do in 10 minutes?
Yes, let's do that.
Okay, let's do that. So we're going to go through the same process because we want to be able to stop in 8 minutes and 43 seconds. So grab your trash bag that you already have and just throw away any trash that you see. Nothing, don't worry about anything else other than throwing away trash.
Pistachio shells. Pistachio shell, Easter grass. That's all the like, a random string.
Is there anything in this blue thing over here?
I'm
Just
sure.
don't let your shoulders slump. Just look for trash. Just look
Okay.
for trash. Okay, I have permission to just look for trash and not worry about anything else.
Eyeballs. I don't know what they go to. Okay, so actually, this is all trash.
Yay! That's what usually happens, but I can't ever say that it's gonna happen. But that's why it's worth looking for trash.
So we've got books in here.
Okay, so we're on easy at this point. So grab the books and go take them to where you already know that they go.
Okay. Okay, I'm pulling out this little controller. There's two pieces. There's this and a dinosaur. I've been meaning to donate it for like 6 months, but I can never find the two pieces together at the same time.
Okay.
I know where the dinosaur is. I didn't know where this was. So
okay, stick that in the donate box, take the books and get the other piece and bring it back to the donate box. Yeah.
Okay. I found the dino.
Yay.
Okay.
Okay. Look for anything else that is easy and really focus on that top surface.
Yes. Okay. So
anything that has a home somewhere else.
Yes, these are records and they just go down here.
That's the majority of easy stuff. That is the story usually.
So this is like a collector for all the controllers and remotes and things.
Okay.
But there are some little things that have like weaseled their way in.
Yes.
Including the tag for the Peppa Pig hat.
Right.
Like a yo-yo and a little candle that doesn't turn on anymore.
All right, our timer went off. Did you hear it?
No, I didn't hear it.
Yeah, it went off as you left to go take that, but you came right back anyway. All right, look around at your visible space and see how you feel.
So much better.
Okay.
Just, yeah, even without like, because there are a few things I want to do with this room that are more like transition it to summer kind of, vibes with the decor and stuff, but it just looks so much cleaner.
It does.
And there you can see
it looks like it's now serving the purpose you actually want it to serve.
Right.
Right. And even though we only spent 10 minutes over here on this bookshelf, and I'm sure you could keep going, those 10 minutes made a huge impact.
They did, especially the little rolly cart still needs, probably 5 or 10 minutes and I could have that rolly cart totally put back together.
Yeah.
And that is actually overflow from the closet, but one thing at a time. But the actual, I don't know if you can see, I was just gonna show you the actual entertainment thing is like way better.
Oh my
It
goodness.
doesn't
Yes.
have like stuff
So much.
sort of exploding out and off of it. It's like
Well,
actually contained.
and I have to say it, and it's your house and you do what you want. But if you think of that blue thing as overflow,
Mm-hmm.
be thinking about that original place that's overflowing as a container and as the
Yes.
limit, and think about how your life and this space would be more what you want it to be if that didn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
It's a goal. It's a thing to
Yep.
consider. You do
Yep.
what you want. And I mean, it's your living room is lovely. And now it looks like what you want it to look like. And it looks like it's going to function the way that you want it to function. So
And I feel like I suddenly have more bandwidth to deal with it. So I'm a mental health therapist. That's what my day job is. I'm a
yay.
licensed clinical social worker, and I do trauma work. So I'm a certified trauma therapist. I will say like my environment, and it is it's one of my biggest stressors. And so, yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
And you did all of this. Was it stressful for you? Doing this today?
no.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
That's our goal, right? Is for you to make real progress without it contributing to the stress. So it only makes things better.
Mm-hmm.
That's our goal. Tell me what you love about being a member of our Patreon group, our Kindred Spirits.
Far, what I've really loved is just the access to support and access to kind of like the extra like the calls. I've only made it on one call, but I do like listen to them after, after the fact. For me, I've been listening to you for several years. Your method made a huge difference when we made a big move from Florida to Tennessee
Oh,
2.5
wow.
years ago with a newborn who had just been released from the NICU. And it was very hectic. It really helps me to like have you in my ears and listen to the calls, the Kindred Spirit calls, or the podcast or whatever while I'm doing it. It kind of puts me in a better mind, in just a good mindset. It's like virtual moral support, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the reason it exists, right?
Yeah.
It's like I can provide the podcast and I can provide the things, but when you need that actual interaction,
Yes.
then that's there for that.
And I have a place to go, oh, okay, I'm going to be really cheeky. If I needed support or feedback or answer to a question, where would I look for it first? It'd be on the Kindred Spirits page. So
I love it. I love
yeah.
it. Did y'all love that? Isn't that a cute space? Like we made so much progress in that 1 hour. And I just thoroughly enjoyed this. I do want to remind you, if you want to be a member of our Patreon community, go to patreon.com/a-slob-comes-clean. If you want someone to coach you through the process, I have trained and certified coaches at declutteringcoaches.com. That's my website. Everybody listed there is trained and certified by me, and they use this method. Okay. Most of them do both online and in person. So if there's not someone in your actual area who can come to your home, these virtual sessions are highly effective as well. So, all right, I will talk to y'all next week. Bye.